What's up all my skaters? See behind me, I've got my skateboards hung up, but my skateboards are starting to stack up. I'm getting a little too many of them. So I've got two here. There's actually a deck underneath this one as well. Penny board is head up here. And if you look, I got two more here, two more there. So it's time I do something to make this look a little better. And that way I have easy access to them, clean up some floor space. I ordered two of the same rack off Amazon. They hold 3 boards each, so I'll have 6 boards in total I'll be able to hold. I'm gonna set them up. I'll give you an idea of what the material is like, if the rack is good or not, and then we'll go from there. So let's check it out. So this is the Trifecta rack. Trifecta because it holds 3 boards. By Store Your Boards. This is an unsponsored review, and it comes with the clips that you need to secure it into the wall. Definitely they are a plastic material, but I feel like it's a pretty thick plastic. So I'm not really worried about strength. As I try to bend it there, they're not flexible at all. If you read some of the reviews, people say that it's very thin, cheap plastic. I disagree with that. I feel like it's thick enough for holding skateboards. I'll put a link in the description here for where I found them on Amazon. If you guys click that link, I will get a small commission if you purchase through it. If not, that's fine too. All right, so I just took a quick second here to read the instructions. In addition, I grabbed my level and I grabbed a pencil. I'm gonna try to mark it out on the wall. I don't know if I'll be able to see it on my wall with the paint, but we'll try. There are 2 mounting brackets per rack, I guess. So there's one up top, one on bottom. You start by doing 1, make sure it's level, and then you add the second one to it. You want to make sure that it's wide enough, however you're going to do it. So you can see in the picture here, so the racks within the trucks, I guess you can do it outside the trucks too if you want, that's up to you. But let's go ahead and give this a shot. So it comes with the regular screws and the drywall anchors. I'm still gonna go ahead and do the drywall anchors on here just because I think it's easier to do rather than messing around finding the stud. And again, the weight of the skateboards isn't gonna be so much that I feel like it's gonna fall off the wall. So I'm just gonna go the easier route. You guys decide what you wanna do. Okay, so that looks high enough to me. I'm gonna go ahead and mark it. And I'm just gonna make a mark here on the bottom. Just so I have an idea of my height, and then I'll level it out. Alright, so that looks level to me. Go ahead and mark. Just do a little pinhole here. Do the same up top. And then I'm also just giving it a twist here so I can kind of enlarge the hole a little bit and make sure I didn't lose it. So I got one there and one there. All right, so now that we've got my pinholes marked, I've got one here and I've got one here. I'm gonna go ahead and put in the fasteners. One tip here. There's not enough room to get my drill in there, so I'm gonna go ahead and get it close as I can so that I can slide the rack in it, and then I'll just finish it with a hand screwdriver. Okay, before I do finish tightening it, I am gonna come here and make sure again that it is level. Right there seems good. Okay, so one tip, have a longer screwdriver, because if you can see the placement of where this is at, and I've got it all the way out, and how it hits. If you have a short screwdriver, it's hard to get in there. Maybe you can see from this one up here too. So, longer screwdriver. All right, let's get the second one up. Guys, real quick so you can see too, I got one skateboard, again, one rack, so plenty of strength here, and it is not in a stud. And you guys see here, I'm just lining it up to where I have a little bit of room inside the trucks. That way, hopefully I can fit some different size boards if necessary. Now I'm gonna mark this off, level it out, and do the same thing I just did, and then we'll do another one going down below it. All right, so I think maybe some of the reviews are talking about how it wiggles like this. But honestly, I mean, for the price, these are like 17 bucks. The rest of this is firm. If I pull it down, I mean, they're not going anywhere. So to me, that's more than thick enough for hanging skateboards. And it looks perfectly fine. I mean, it looks like you would expect a wall rack to look like. Get a shot here with the skateboards on it. All right, guys, so here you have it. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boards. 7 of them are completes, all stacked up. This thing's not going anywhere. Pulling down on it. You can see the plastic on the individual prongs. Yeah, it does wiggle a little bit. But in terms of just holding skateboards, that's not going anywhere. I think that looks great as well. One thing I did notice, I initially tried to put the longboard up top. That doesn't work because the height is too big, so I couldn't fit the board beneath it on the next shelf. So longboard for this one, since the height is taller, it's got to go on the bottom. But for me, I got my boards up off the floor, nice and clean now, no more mess, and it looks great. All right, guys, do you have a rack? What do you use to store your skateboards? Do you just leave them on the floor? Do you throw them in a closet? What do you do? I'm curious to know. Leave a comment below and let me know what you guys do.